Do you ever wonder where we go after this? Are you high right now? Do you ever get nervous?
Good morning and welcome to Modern Investing Techniques, episode 111. It's July 19th, 2026, and I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Let's get into the numbers, the strategy, and today's AI-selected trade. Quick reminder, everything we discuss here is for education and entertainment. The practice investment of the day uses simulated trades with no real money. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. Always do your own research before putting real money to work. Energy supply risks rise as a drone strike halts Caspian loadings, giving Canadian investors reason to review oil exposure in TFSA accounts today. The S&P 500 closed at 7,458, down 1.0%. The NASDAQ closed at 25,520, down 1.4%. The TSX Composite closed at 35,264, down 0.2%. Geopolitical tensions between the US and Iran, including fresh strikes and a halted Caspian pipeline, weighed on sentiment, while energy and industrials showed relative strength. Earnings from CN Railway and Alphabet are due this week, providing the next catalyst. The Bank of Canada decision sits 2 weeks out while the Fed remains on hold. Our simulated portfolio shows a cumulative profit and loss of $266.87 across 42 trades. The matched window alpha versus the NASDAQ stands at plus 6.6% across 37 benchmarked trades. Buying the dip replaces market timing attempts when broad sell-offs hit without fundamental deterioration in holdings. Today's geopolitical headlines and index declines create exactly that setup. Investors who add to quality names on weakness have historically captured rebounds once the shock passes. Implementation starts with a pre-built watch list of holdings already in your TFSA or RRSP. Then use a simple rule. Add only when price drops 5 to 8% from your last entry and volume exceeds the 20-day average. The approach worked best in 2018 and 2022 volatility spikes when investors maintained dry powder rather than selling into fear. Risks include catching a falling knife if the catalyst proves structural, so position size remains caped at 5% of the account per addition. Always confirm the dip aligns with your original thesis before executing. This is a simulated trade for educational purposes only. Today's practice investment is a weekly hold on CNR.TO, Canadian National Railway. The catalyst is the scheduled earnings release this week for a rail operator with stable volumes and pricing power. The technical setup shows price above the 50-day moving average on the daily chart with RSI at 48, indicating neutral momentum and room to run on positive guidance. Risk assessment points to a potential 4 to 6% drop on a miss of volume or cost guidance, so the stop loss sits 7% below entry. The target is plus 2% to plus 5% on a beat and raise. Confidence is medium because earnings visibility is solid, but broader market volatility from geopolitical headlines adds uncertainty. This setup demonstrates waiting for a scheduled catalyst with known timing rather than chasing momentum. The industrial sector also provides diversification away from recent tech concentrations in the simulated book. We will track this position through Friday and evaluate the outcome then. No newly closed trades since the last review, so the most recent practice investment remains open and pending its scheduled evaluation. The Interactive Brokers Probability Lab lets users input custom probability ranges for price outcomes and instantly shows option chains priced to those levels. Canadian investors gain an edge by stress testing covered call or protective put ideas against real market implied odds before committing capital. The tool is available on the desktop platform at no extra cost for IBKR Pro users. Wealthsimple trade watchlist alerts let users set price and percentage alerts directly inside the app and receive push notifications when levels are hit. This removes the need to monitor screens constantly and supports disciplined execution on earnings or geopolitical moves. President Trump's call for the crypto regulatory framework creates a clearer path for institutional custody and ETF expansions. Add coin to the TFSA watchlist and wait for a close above the recent range high before adding exposure. ASML signals sustained EUV demand from the lithography leader. Total trades stand at 42 with a win rate of 55%, 23 wins, 18 losses, and 1 break-even. Cumulative profit and loss is $266.87. Average return per trade is plus 0.64%, with a best trade of plus 20.11% and a worst trade of minus 11.80%. The current streak is 2 losses. Our AI analysis is learning from patterns in the simulated book and adjusting position sizing accordingly. Imagine you just received a $10,000 windfall and want to put it to work in your TFSA before the contribution room resets. The first step is confirming your emergency fund covers 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-interest savings account. Only then move to investing. Most Canadians start with the TFSA over an RRSP because of tax-free growth and flexible withdrawals. Then decide between a single all-equity ETF like VEQT for simplicity, or a 3 ETF mix of Canadian, US, and international equity for modest diversification. Open the account at Wealthsimple or Questrade, link your bank, and place the first purchase as a limit order during market hours rather than a market order to avoid slippage. Set up automatic $200 biweekly contributions the same day so the psychological barrier of pressing buy is crossed once. Historical data shows broad equity markets have delivered roughly 7 to 8% annualized returns over long periods. Yet single years can range from plus 30% to minus 20%, so expect volatility rather than smooth gains. Before we wrap, keep an eye on energy names in the TFSA for any follow-through from today's geopolitical moves. That's it for today's modern investing techniques. The resources page has links to everything we discussed. Subscribe and share with someone who wants to go beyond index funds. See you tomorrow. And if you'd rather watch than listen, find us on YouTube at NARA Network. Links in the show notes. This show comes to you from the NARA Network. If you want another sharp daily briefing, Unintended Consequences has you covered. True stories of good intentions that backfired. All our shows are free at naranetwork.com. New to the network, naranetwork.com/start-here picks the right daily briefing for you in about 2 minutes. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.
Do you ever wonder where we go after this? Are you high right now? Do you ever get nervous? Do you ever stay awake, counting sheep like all the time? What's your life like? What's your purpose? When's your birthday? What's your sign? Are you down right now? Are you stuck up in the past? Are you still thinking about all the times that you didn't laugh?